goes back to my gender, um, my passion for gender issues. When I speak to women and they tell me, ito yung, I'm digressing, no, but I'm relating this to the PW issue. When women have difficulty getting a job, keeping a job, balancing work and family life, I tell, and it's because their work or the people they work with cannot accommodate their needs. That's where I come in and say, that's why we need to reorient the way people think. Why? Because rules were made by men. I mean no disrespect for men, but they were made by men. The world revolves around what's convenient for men. It's convenient for men that we work 8 hours, but it is not convenient for a breastfeeding mother to work for 8 hours without a breastfeeding break. So we have to recreate the rules, diba? And I digress, but bear with me because it's all related, no? Because women are marginalized in the same way that PWDs are. What would you say if I told you that? Let's use the two of you. No, let's use the two of you, the two young students. Well, graduate, bar passer. What if I said that the two of you both went to college, 4 years of college, and you took a board exam, not bar. No, I know you're a bar passer, but just for the sake of discussion, after 4 years you took a board exam. You didn't even finish college, okay? If you dropped out after first year and you now are receiving 10,000 pesos more, on the average, men, boys who don't finish college receive equal amount as a woman who went to 4 years and even took a board exam. Same amount. For a woman to get the same pay, she has to work harder. And why did this happen? You will see this in the professions of nursing and teachers. Any profession dominated by women, mababa ang sweldo. Why? Because 50 years ago, 60 years ago, men decided that the work of women were not that important. So teachers and nurses receive a salary which is called salary grade number 9 or 11. Sorry, I'm confused. But in any case, it's 8 or 9 salary grades lower than men's. So a soldier who is a high school graduate will get the same pay as a board passer. Why? Simply because men decided it that way. The same with PWDs. We live in a world where people who don't acknowledge the needs of PWDs, who don't acknowledge the needs of senior citizens, make the rules. So we all have to be conscious and break those rules to accommodate change. And one is to recognize the existence of the issue, create an office that recognizes, and number 2, continue to make your issues known. And if legislation has to be passed, pass legislation. If penalties have to be imposed, impose penalties.
Follow up ko lang po. Kasi po, I have an idea for PWDs. Some drugstores here in national po, hindi po ina-accept yung discount namin.
I think wala rin awareness nun. Kasi yung discount ng senior citizens, na aware na hindi pa natatanggap. Yung sa PWD, mas lalong hindi nakakaalam. So don't worry, babalikan ko yun. Kasi tapos na yung sa senior citizens, tingin ko naman that issue has been resolved. So we'll focus on the awareness on PWDs also get 20%, everyone, for information. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of retail outlets don't know that either. So we have to work on the awareness of that.
What's a question? Yeah, you first.
Good afternoon, Senator. I'm Yuri.
Hi.
Hi. Okay. I'm not really so sure if it's been discussed among politicians in the past, but yes, because we've seen cases of this in Marikina.
Sorry, deaths?
No, cases of this in Marikina, wherein they have bike lanes now.
Bike lanes,
right.
yes.
I want to know your take regarding bike commuter safety or promotions of healthier and safer commuting options. Because in Asia, I think we're really lagging behind. Some of other states in ASEAN are actually adopting the same methods of having bike lanes. And it's sad to say that in the Philippines, a lot of people really are interested in having healthier or safer commuting options such as biking are being discouraged because we don't have safe roads. What's your take about this?
Well, you're talking to somebody who's biased, no? Because I'm a biker. So, I mean, if there's anyone who's going to promote it, it's me. And I literally fight with bus drivers, more bus drivers than jeepney drivers, for your information.
Wow.
More private drivers than anyone else, including foreigners. Can you believe it? In our own country, ang yayabang ng foreigners. Sorry, I'm just calling a spade when I see it. Because I bike all the time, and the ones who cut me the most are foreigners. women on the cell phone or rushing to pick up their kids, and then buses. Pinakakonti ang jeepney at taxi. So alam ko lahat yan. Having said that, this goes back to national land use, because if we plan well, then you can program bike lane, whatever, what they call it, regular road lane, railway transit. I mean, this goes into our whole public transportation system. I've traveled a bit because of my role as president of the Women Parliamentarians, and I've seen how, I'm trying to think, I think this is in Amsterdam, where they actually give you an allowance to just take your bike, and then you can load it, you can bring it on public transport, so that from your house, you you either park it or you can bring it. And I've done this with LRT, with Administrator Mel Robles. They already have a system now. I was invited by the group of Pajak, UP Mountaineers. There's now that is now ongoing. You can load your bike in I think the last train of the LRT. So that's a step forward. But when you go down, good luck. Mamamatay ka sa lung cancer. At I mean, we did it on a Sunday, so that wasn't too bad. I've been bike campaigning, and so I know what it's like. I was in Bacolod City, I was in Davao City, I've biked Cebu so many times. I know what it's like, and it's not easy, and I'm a biker. So there is much to be done. But I do want to say that it doesn't have to be solved by bike lanes alone. It is awareness of the rights of pedestrians and other non-motorized vehicles. It is designation of lanes. It may not be exclusive, but prioritization. Kasi for example, Taguig and Pateros, older municipalities and cities in Metro Manila, or for that matter, I mean, those are the towns kasi I'm familiar with, no? That's where I'm from. Talagang ganun ang kalsada, wala ka nang i-expand talaga doon unless lahat ng bahay doon gigibain mo. Is it the proper thing to do? I don't know. You gotta compute all these things. Having said that, what do you do? Well, then you have alternatives, no? Maybe certain areas, you can have bike lanes, but not in all. Admittedly, you cannot. I mean, even in the US naman, you don't have it on the major thoroughfares. But I've been pushing for it in economic zones. Di ba in economic zones, they bring the employees by the truckload. So if you bring them there by the bus, then have 100 bikes there and let them bike to their office, diba? So you can do it naman in small areas and let it grow. And this goes back to LGU initiative. You need to have a very progressive-minded mayor and city council to make this happen, so that you have bike lanes, whether designated or not. You have secured areas to keep the bikes, etc., etc. It doesn't have to be a goal on EDSA. I mean, that might be tight, but you can do it in small areas. I'd like to say that where I live, Alabang, it's quite bike friendly. All the people going in and yung mga contractual workers, a lot of them use bikes. In my house, my houseboy has a bike. My kids, we all have bikes. But it has to be institutionalized also. It has to become a way of life. Kasi people will hop in the car anytime they have a chance.
Okay, Mark.
Senator, my question is about the country's preparation for the upcoming Asian Games. As part of the Senate Sports Committee, what are your plans, if ever you're elected and you will be in that committee again, regarding the preparation of the athletes and of course the sports associations regarding the Asian Games?
Well, my role in helping the athletes is limited in the sense that senators and congressmen are not in the executive department, no?
Yeah.
So, yung role ko is talking about the issues, no, in an unofficial way, and then budgeting. So whether or not I'm a member of the committee of games, I can move for a higher budget for the athletes, which I have been, and I have been also asking my colleagues to use their PDAF to fund athletes.